everyone, it's Shotzi for the Rough Cuts. Today, I am not going to talk about the ABCs of Death 2. Instead, I'm going to talk about a film that I saw at my good friend's annual birthday gathering, also known as Butt-numb-a-thon. And that movie is The Interview. Okay, so there's been a whole lot of controversy about this film since a couple of days ago. Well, actually, for about a week, but Sony, in light of their problems that they've been having recently, they pulled the film completely. Well, actually, it was the theaters that did the move first, and then Sony just kind of nixed the whole project. So now, no one is really able to see this film. Hopefully that'll be remedied very soon, because I thought it was actually pretty funny. Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who both directed this film, they came to Butt-numb-a-thon to introduce it and also to answer questions afterwards. And those of you who've been watching this channel over the last 5 years, you know that I've talked about Seth Rogen movies in the past, and I have a certain opinion of Seth Rogen. He isn't that different in this that he has been in other films, meaning that Seth Rogen is still Seth Rogen in The Interview, but he's a more mature Seth Rogen. He's kind of the voice of reason in this, which is strange to say. We saw more of that transition in Neighbors, and then also in This Is the End. But it's a funny movie. This is a stupid, funny movie. It's mindless entertainment. James Franco, who I have a love-hate relationship with as well. Although, no, I don't have a hate relationship with Seth Rogen, but I definitely have one with James Franco. He's an idiot in this. He's a moron. He's stupid in this. It's almost to the point of being too much, but he still has that charm about him that's really undeniable, and the chemistry between Seth Rogen and James Franco is just really, really palpable in this. So this is a dumb comedy. If you like dumb comedies, and I do, sometimes you just want mindless entertainment, this is that movie. If you're not a fan of Seth Rogen or James Franco and the kind of comedies that they do, you will absolutely hate this movie. Well, actually, you might not. And the reason for that is Randall Park. The premise of this is that you have the character Dave Skylark, who's played by James Franco, and also Seth Rogen plays his producer. The two of them, best friends, been great friends for years, and they have this trash celebrity news show that happens to be one of the favorite shows of Kim Jong-un. So they find this out, and then they contact Kim Jong-un's people thinking nothing's going to come of it, but then it turns out he wants them to come over to North Korea so that he can meet Dave Skylark. When this happens, the media goes nuts, and of course the CIA steps in. So they want the two of them to quietly assassinate Kim Jong-un with a simple handshake lined with rice and paper. Quiet, no one will know it was them, and then they leave. Of course, nothing can ever go that smoothly. So, various hijinks, hilarity ensues, and you've got the movie. This movie has a lot of gags. Some of them are absolutely hilarious. Some of them aren't that funny. But overall, the film works simply because there's such great chemistry between Seth Rogen and James Franco, and mainly because of the performances of Randall Park and Diana Bang. Now, Randall Park, I absolutely adore. He's great in everything I've ever seen him in, and he was the only actor they ever had in mind to play Kim Jong-un, and he's awesome in this. In fact, a lot of his suggestions as to where he wanted to take the character influenced the script, because the reality of the script is that this was originally penned when Kim Jong-il was still alive. However, when he passed away, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, and also the rest of the writers, they decided that they were going to change it to Kim Jong-un, and it worked so much better. Then you had the whole Dennis Rodman thing coming along later on. Pure coincidence, because this was actually started long before any of that happened. Diana Bang, originally she just auditioned for a background extra, and then they kept moving her up and moving her up, and then eventually she got a really big supporting role in this. In fact, she'd be considered, I'd say, probably the lead female over Lizzy Caplan, who plays the CIA agent. Now, she plays sort of like the first lieutenant to Kim Jong-un, and she's really good in this. She brings a whole lot to the actual structure of the film, because there isn't that much structure to this film. But, so she adds a completely new dimension to it, and she's really, really good. So this has a great supporting cast. So you've got the wonderful supporting cast, the chemistry between Seth Rogen and James Franco. It's a lot of fun. It's mindless entertainment. If you like really stupid comedy, you know, sort of like Harold and Kumar, that sort of thing, you will love this movie. If you like Seth Rogen and James Franco endeavors, you'll love this. If you don't care much for Seth Rogen or James Franco comedies, you'll probably absolutely hate this film. However, because of Randall Park, you might like it. Because he's that good. He's really, really good. If you can, please support this film, because this kind of censorship from North Korea, it's insane. It's really insane. So please support this film. It's a lot of fun. Mindless entertainment. The Interview, no release date. What's going to be next week? Now, who knows when it's going to be. But check it out when you can. Show support for this, because films like this need support. Not just because they're funny and because they're good, but because of what's going on. Not going to get political on here, but anyway, support this film, The Interview. Until next time, maybe I'll talk about ABCs of Death 2. Maybe I won't, I don't know. Who knows? I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.